Let's talk about my GOAT Uvogin from the Phantom Troop in Hunter x Hunter, because unfortunately he kind of got the Jogo treatment from Jujutsu Kaisen. And what I mean by that is Jogo was an incredibly powerful fighter and a very capable character. However, he just went up against someone who was able to completely annihilate him, so we never actually got to see this very strong character use their power. And Uvogin is the same way, because Uvogin is an incredibly powerful Nen user, but we saw so little of him in action that we can't really prove that fact. Because when he went up against Kurapika, who was a relatively new Nen user, he got destroyed. But that's not to say that Uvogin is a weak character. Uvogin is actually one of the strongest members of the Phantom Troop, and hopefully by the end of this video I can convince you of that fact. The only reason that Kurapika did so well against Uvogin is because Kurapika's ability is specifically tailored to take down the Phantom Troop. For most characters' Nen abilities, there are drawbacks. There are limitations set upon them in order to make them stronger in some instances, but weaker in others. For example, Kurapika's Judgment Chain can only be used on Phantom Troop members. The same thing with his Chain Jail. So if he tried to use them on another person that wasn't a member of the Phantom Troop, he would die immediately. So using it on the members of the Phantom Troop is that much stronger. And because of that limitation, Chain Jail and Judgment Chain are incredibly powerful against Phantom Troop members and Phantom Troop members only. And unfortunately, Uvogin was the one who that had to be tested on. But thankfully, we did get enough from Uvogin before he died to prove his immense strength. And not just literal strength, because the dude is over 8 feet tall and pure muscle. He is physically strong and Nen strong. The only actual Nen ability we got to see of his was Big Bang Impact, his most powerful ability. As a natural enhancer, Uvogin's ability is just pretty much straight enhancement. He powers up his right fist with Ko, and he is able to punch with enough force to rival that of a small missile. In his fight against the Shadow Beast, we see how capable Uvogin is, because while he's laying on the ground with one of his arms stuck, he lifts up his right fist and punches the ground. That range of motion is very limited. However, with that little range of motion, he was able to decimate several meters of pure rock. And he was able to obliterate most of Worm's body without making direct contact. That's how powerful Uvogin's aura is. So think about that. A singular punch with incredibly little range of motion was able to do as much damage as a missile. This is coming from a man, a human being. Uvogin's physicality is also so immense that he was able to spit a chunk of bone several meters into somebody's face. He was able to aim it, spew it, and succeed with it. He was able to kill Rabid Dog from several meters by just spitting bone. And if it weren't for Uvogin and his immense strength, the Shadow Beasts wouldn't be seen as some joke, because for us, the audience, they sucked. They were a bunch of losers that just got thrashed by one dude. There are these 10 incredibly renowned assassins and bodyguards who were recruited from all over the world to protect the biggest 10 families in the underground crime scene, yet one dude took out multiple of them seemingly pretty easily. Not to tear down the Shadow Beasts too much, because they did actually do some decent damage to Uvogin with Leech's poison and Porcupine's hair prison thing, but the fact that he took out 4 Shadow Beasts by himself is insane. And the fact that he took out a few of them without even moving. He could only move his head and neck, and he was able to kill 3 of them. Which brings me to the next thing that supports how powerful he is. His scream was able to kill somebody. He can make noise so loud, it literally causes people to stop existing. And while that doesn't count as an actual Nen ability, it is very likely he is enhancing his voice or his neck or vocal cords or whatever with Nen. But even apart from that fact, this dude is insane. If he was still alive, he would be beating most of the other Phantom Troop members and easily would be top 5 of the 12, if not top 4 or 3. The only ones that I would comfortably put above him would be Chrollo, Hisoka, and maybe Illumi and Phaeton. Other than that, I think Uvogin is wiping most of them. And yes, I know Hisoka is not a current member, but just for all the members past and present, I think you can put that in the same conversation, and Hisoka is still beating Uvogin, but Hisoka is one of the most powerful Nen users we've ever seen. So it's really unfortunate that Uvogin didn't get more screen time, because I love his character. I love the characters that are just giants, they're tanks, they're cocky, you know, people like Todo or Inosuke from Demon Slayer. I love those kinds of characters, and Uvogin epitomizes that. He is great at that trope of a character, and that's why I love him so much, and I do wish we got more time with him. But unfortunately, he had to be the test dummy to show how ruthless Kurapika is with the Phantom Troop members. So hopefully you now understand how powerful Uvogin is, and that if he was still alive, he would be one of the biggest threats that the Phantom Troop can provide. Thank you so much for watching all the way till the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe for more videos just like this, and I'll see you in the next one.